Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Golden Nuggets podcast. Hanafi here, and with me, as usual, the main host of the show, we have Ame. Cakaplah hi.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Right. Okay, so today's guest, Ame. So she is, I wouldn't say it's a destroyer lah, but she has broken so many things based on her Facebook.
Okay, why?
Okay. I don't know. Every time she hold a spoon, the spoon break. The broom also, the broom break. Or is it the dustpan? I cannot remember. But so many things have broken, on her Facebook that she has shared. So other than that, she is also a floorball player.
Ah, okay.
So she is a goalkeeper, if I'm not wrong. Later we can ask her.
Okay.
But the most important thing, is she is an edu trainer. So introducing to everybody, we have Noretta Jacob.
Hello.
Alright.
Yeah, one of those things that I broke is actually a batu lesung. If you
Serious?
Yes, I do not know what happened.
Batu lesung tu macam, how do
I
you
don't know. Don't ask. It just happened. So yes.
So the
The brick itself, the thing itself, the tumbok thing is broke. Never mind.
So
Wait, don't have.
what do you call it? A pestle and mortar.
Yeah, pestle and mortar.
So which one is the pestle? The one you hold, lah?
I think so.
Yeah,
Is it?
pestle and mortar. Yeah.
So the pestle broke.
Yeah, the pestle broke.
Okay. How old was that thing?
No idea. I swear, I really don't know like what happened. But it's like, okay, this is like beyond me already. I say, you know what? Nothing is impossible when it comes to my hands. So
Okay.
Yeah, because I have one which is like, I don't know, at least 20 years and it's still not
that's
broken.
right. Yeah.
it's just me nah. It's not you guys. It's nothing personal. It's just me. It's not you. That kind of thing.
Okay, so Noretta, can you share with our listeners who is Noretta Jacob?
Okay, so I'm Noretta. I'm an founder of Safa Training and Consultancy, and I also have two other businesses.
Okay.
Basically, a side business. One is a home-based business, which is Made with Love by NJ. It's my food business, which I'll share later. And
It's delicious, by the way.
Oh, okay. You've tried?
Yeah, I remember the taco one.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
And also my photography business, which is NJ Photography, which started before the food business.
So that means the photography business started first?
Way before Safar. So that started when I was a preschool educator.
Okay.
And because the reason why I started is because I took a lot of photos of the children, and parents just simply love it. And I kind of enjoy taking photos because parents really appreciated it, and I realized that photos do speak 1,000 words, or more than that. So that's when I started to take photos. So for weddings, eventually for birth, for maternity, for behind closed doors pictures for ladies, for Muslimas.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I did the last time. But
for maternity also?
Yeah. And also back then there was a bit of home birth. I mean, I guess it was back then. We did that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think a lot of children's photography as well.
I mean, is there really a demand for like maternity?
Yes, actually.
Okay, when you say maternity, it's like when they are still pregnant or when
they're still
they
pregnant
just give birth?
and after newborn babies as well.
Okay.
I think maternity, especially if it's their firstborn, then they want to capture that moment. Hey, I'm pregnant with my little whatever,
It's
little
a nice
bun
moment.
or whatever.
It's a nice moment. And for them, sometimes most of them actually just want to keep it for themselves.
Okay, because in my head, I thought that you are there in the labour ward just after they give birth and then...
I did.
Oh, pernah?
Oh, really?
Okay. I did take a photo of an accidental home birth before.
Okay.
So it was at home, and it was a beautiful, I would say a beautiful experience that also kind of influenced how I had my second one. So there's so many stories to tell. Oh my gosh, okay, where do I start? Okay, so the first one was the father was supposed to be around to help with the birth, but he was late a little. So, or in fact, no, it was the doula who was supposed to come and help. But that was back then, okay, not now. So what happened was she was late and I was the photographer. I needed to help, and the father kind of froze.
Okay.
And the baby was halfway out. So I had to throw my camera aside and helped her. And that was the most amazing experience I had. And I told her, I said, hey, this was not part of the package. I'm not supposed to help you give birth, but that was a it was a very interesting experience.
Is that the first child of that couple?
No, it was the second.
But you knew what to do.
I didn't know what to do.
Oh.
It was instinct.
Oh,
And I was like, okay,
She's
okay.
like, oh, it's crowning.
The father initially said I wanted to push it back inside because he didn't know what to do. He panicked. I said, okay, just calm yourself down. So I was in the toilet, two of us helping her, and then she sat down with the baby, and the three of us were looking at each other, and we smiled and laughed. I said, what just happened?
Mashallah, what an experience.
Yeah, exactly.
So that means the doula came after.
Yes, because it was just it was an accident.
I see.
right.
Oh, interesting.
Natural. Yes, all natural. Very nice. Very interesting experience. That's one of the many experiences I had. Yeah.
Okay. But that was before you started.
Yeah,
your
so
other businesses,
way back, I was a preschool teacher, as mentioned. I took, in fact, I actually wanted to take child psychology.
Okay.
When I was in secondary school, I really wanted to work with children already.
Okay.
But
where does that inspiration come from?
good question. I think it's because of things that happened when I was growing up. I would say pleasant, unpleasant. If you all want to know more, just DM me lah. I will share with you more. But now, not so much of that trauma-born experiences lah. But because of that, I wanted to know how to parent a child. Because maybe back then, I don't blame my parents because I don't think they have the right role model as well. At the end of the day, so I don't know. Just in me telling me that. If I want to be a mother in the future, how am I going to be a better parent? I wasn't sure whether the way I was being brought up was the right way initially. So I told myself, okay, I think I don't think I want to. I want to be someone better, but I need to know what children think and how children grow. So initially was supposedly back then from O levels to JC to uni to be a child psychologist, right? So that was the only route I would say. Then what happened was I went to pre-U, which is a 3-year A-levels. And that's when floorball started.
Okay.
My life started from pre-U. Second year, I think I was playing floorball too much because I was playing for the nationals back then. I was just playing floorball within a year. I managed to get into the national team.
Okay.
I guess I played rather well. I was chosen to be the I would say part of the All-Star team back then in the All-Star World Cup from Singapore. So the goalkeeper from Singapore was the All-Star team for Division the World Cup for Division B. And because of that, I was training from 6 days a week. Men's floorball, women's floorball, school floorball, and I failed. I failed.
Your A-level?
No, not even A-level. I didn't get to reach A-level. It was the second year.
Okay.
So because of that, I decided to go to poly, and they had early childhood education. So I went there. I took the 3 years, diploma. Did I enjoyed myself, and that's when I started to become an early childhood educator.
Okay.
And then there for 15 years, same organization. Did a lot from assistant teacher to principal to lead principal, and then went back to teaching again after getting my second child.
So, which school were you teaching in for 15 years?
Preschool by the park. It's at Bukit Timah, and I've learned so much over there.
It's a private.
Yes. So what happened was that was my second year practicum center that I had to do, and when I went to practicum for 3 other centers, I just realized that this center kind of spoke my language, spoke my philosophy about early childhood, like how the teachers were respecting the children, how the children respecting the teachers, and how we had a very good relationship with parents. So I really thought that this is a very nice place to work and to grow, and I did grow. I really learned so much. I think I wouldn't be here, if it's not for my mentor, who was my boss back then, and also for 15 years she was really helping me out. I made a lot of mistakes, and I think from there she also taught me that if you made a mistake, that's okay. She'll just slap me on my shoulders and say, okay, get up. Don't do it again, let's move forward. And I think that really made a lot of difference. We are able to make the mistake and fail and then try again. Then just don't do the same mistake. Learn from the mistake. So after 15 years, I think there was a calling to do more. And I kept telling myself, what can I do? It's like I feel so safe and comfortable in my own bubble, in my own aquarium, pretty aquarium. And yet there's just so much out there that I felt, especially when I had the opportunity to train madrasa teachers and leaders. And then I just realized that they did not have a lot of opportunities. And I don't understand why. I didn't understand why back then. I was like, I went to a particular madrasah kindergarten. And then when I entered, I realized that, hey, whatever they are practicing is like what we did 5 years ago.
Okay.
So I was just wondering, why is that so? Is it because they do not have enough resources, materials, or exposure, or mentoring? What is it? The leadership. So that really got me thinking, and I think that was really embedded in my head and my heart. So, but I was afraid to leave my center because we have 15 years, I've built, a lot of friendship, a lot of, relationship, and there's just so much to do, I felt. And even my boss said, there's a lot more to do, why you wanted to leave. I said, I don't know, I think I want to do more for the society.
Okay.
And for the Malay Muslim community especially. So I decided to leave. And I started Safa training. That's where it was born, 2019, end of June.
Okay. So for 15 years before 2019, you were in the previous center.
I was.
Your previous boss, was he a local or?
She was, and she was not even an early childhood trained person, but she started this also because of her own child. She went to send her child for kindergarten and it didn't work well, so she decided, no, this is not right, and that's where she started her own. And of course, along the way, she learned, and of course, I guess she's better at business, so that's the reason why she started. So from one center, she had 5 centers altogether.
Oh, wow.
Correct. So all throughout the 15 years. So I think that was it was great being part of a team that grew through a center from one center to another.
What is it about her experience with her own child that made her develop the training modules or
the preschool?
The curriculum for the preschool that you were in, where you feel that this is actually very different from the ones out there.
I think it's I have to say is our main resource is our teachers. The kind of people or the kind of staff that she took in really have to resonate to her beliefs.
Okay.
That really made a lot of difference. I mean, throughout the years when I was teaching there as well, we did have a lot of teachers who came in. They were good teachers, but for some reason, the kind of interaction or the kind of practices didn't really relate to how we were doing, and they kind of struggle as well. For example, for us, we are really into creativity. We are really into outdoor play, and for them, they're like, no, they need to do this. They need to do and then some parents were asking, why are you guys not doing activity sheets or homework and such? I say we don't believe in that. So that really helped us a lot in getting the right people. I think getting the right people does play a part. So I think that really matters. So every time we always say only the gila ones stayed, we always say those who are insane enough stays. Those the sane ones did not stay. Because I think that's something about the changes, ever changing experiences that we have. Back then we call her the whirlwind, because we should enter the office and she was like, okay, I was thinking. And then suddenly she had a brilliant idea, then she will leave. I said, okay, y'all think about it and then tell me next Tuesday. I was like, then we'll be like, what just happened? And then the next Tuesday where we decided, she say, oh, did I say that? So that kind of got us become critical thinkers, to be honest. That really pushed us to always think creatively, out of the box, and never settle for comfort lah. I would say, because once we settle for comfort, that's when we won't grow.
What do you think is the current issues that we have in the preschool industry nowadays?
Current issues. That's a very good
because number one, we know we don't have enough teachers, right? Number two is the turnover rate is very high.
From what I hear as well, especially now that they're on the ground, I think it's about, number one, for some reason, is the expectation of parents. I think they really struggle with dealing with the parents' expectations. Number two, it's the work-life balance. I think that's something that, especially for mums who are teachers, we don't have a clock in, clock out situation. Once we end our work at 6:05, we are dealing with our child. The next minute in the car, or picking them up from school, and then after that become mother, and that really, and the paperwork after that, there's a lot of documentation, etc. That really kills the joy sometimes.
Okay.
I think that's the struggle that teachers have, and that is something that for me currently that I'm working with Mendaki as the assistant lead for the professional network for early childhood education. We are trying to see how we can help our early childhood educators in our community to come together and also share their joy, their triumphs, their grievances, and then see how we can actually improve and also just do not have that burnout moments lah. Of course, we do have burnout moments. I did have burnout moments the first year of my teaching, but otherwise, I think the people around did help. Seeing the children develop, the way we want them to be, and at the same time, our efforts when the child has, did not speak for the whole year and suddenly spoke a word, was such, it's something that's priceless. So I think that's the one that really, I believe the people who are entering early childhood, they are not here for the money, as you can tell. They are not there for the money. No one wants to be here. So we are always at the bottom of the food chain, I would say, in education. You know, but they are here because of their heart. And
but why is that the case? Like, I have a few family members who are also early childhood educators, right? And when they told me about their salary, I feel like they deserve more, right? But why can't they actually get more?
Not only we teach, we need to do toileting, we need to counsel parents, we need to counsel children, we need to counsel teachers. But that's a very good question. Every time I say, I have to give credits to lecturers out there. They are doing a great job. But sometimes we always think, no lecturers, they don't have to worry about you come to this your audience. The auditorium for lecture. Whether you come or not, it's not my prerogative. I'll just teach and I'll go. For us, it's like, oh my goodness, every single thing. The individual portfolios, etc. Their photos. That's the reason why I took photos at the same time. I was a photographer. I was, sometimes I had to cook because the cook did not come. Did not come. That
happens,
Ever happened.
Wow.
Then we have to clean, because the auntie fed up already. Is like, no, I'm just kidding lah. She was on MC, so we had to clean. I think that's a very good question. Back then, also when I went to buy nasi padang from the stall, and the makcik asked, what are you working now? I said, teacher. Wow, where, which primary school? I said, no, preschool lah. They said, sekolah makan
Sekolah makan.
Okay. I said, asal tak jadi pergi sekolah makan je lah kerja. Asal tak jadi teacher, primary school teacher? Asal tak masuk NIE? Kan lagi bagus. And I was thinking to myself, why? Like, why is that still that stigma? But honestly, at this point of time, no. I think slowly but surely that the government, the community is already changing their, there's a mind shift towards the capabilities of early child educators, the importance of early child educators. And of course, it doesn't help that there are a lot of studies right now talking about how teachers are having burnouts, our level of quality of early child educators in Singapore, how is it number so-and-so in the Lian Foundation research. So I think that's something that we all are working towards. Definitely there is an improvement, but it's very small steps. It's something that I would say questionable, but I think we are still learning the works. But at the same time, what we can help is the ground first, and then we'll see how to, how we can go up towards that lah.
Okay.
Just now you mentioned that the work that you want to do, you want it to impact the Malay Muslim community.
Yeah.
And knowing that all of these things are happening at the pain, why do you still want to do it? Firstly. Secondly, based on your Facebook post and sharing, and also just before the podcast you shared that you're not a Malay, are you?
No.
Right. So yeah.
Okay, so my background is my father is a revert. He's a Sri Lankan Chinese.
Oh, okay.
My father's
Sri
side, they're
Lankan
all
Chinese,
staunch Christians. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. It's a very interesting Chindian, but Sri Lankan and Chinese. And back then, the very interesting mix. So my grandma's a Teochew. So my father's side, they are all Christians.
Okay.
They are staunch Christians, and my mother's side, they are all staunch Muslims.
Okay.
So my father revert, and I think I grew up with a colorful experiences.
Yeah.
I get exposed to both.
I'm sure.
I was being brought to the church sometimes back then when I was younger. And but I'm very, very blessed with them being very nice to me. At the same time, my grandmother's side, my mom's side, they really took care of me. So I actually call my grandmother Ma because I spent a lot of time with her. She's my joy. She's my pride. She just passed on last year. So what happened was I was taken care of very closely by my my mother's side, I guess, because to make sure that I grew up right, the right way. I would say the right path. So yeah, I think that really helped me to understand. I mean, I had a lot of exposure with both sides, and like I said, at the end of the day, I'm still very close towards my mom's side. And in terms of they really brought me up the Islamic way. Hopefully, of course, in the middle of the journey, I went astray a little. But after that we came back because we have our own kids. Like, okay, we have to be role models now. So I think that really helped a lot. In terms of like, I had that background, I had that strong background that what Islam is all about. And and I think being a mom really impacted me. Like I did mention that the reason why I want to take early childhood is because I want to become a better parent, right? And that's when I asked myself, if I'm going to be a role model, then I need to do something right? So I think that's the one that got me closer to the religion.
Okay.
But why the job? Why?
The job, okay. So I think I did mention to you about the training that I managed to give the madrasah teachers and principal, right? So this is one interaction I had with one. I will never forget her. I think because of her, that kind of made me do this. So she came to me and she said, Noretta, I need help. I'm going to be a principal next year, but I don't know what to do.
Okay.
So in my head, it's like, don't worry, you will have your ex-principal to help you. There'll be mentoring, etc. Because in my head, that's how it works, right?
Yeah. But it's not the case for them.
No, I'm
rainbows
just given
and butterflies, right? We only think about all the good stuff because that's what we expect.
That's what we were being brought up. I mean, I was being brought up in a good mentoring environment.
Yeah.
And then when she told me that, I was like, what? She said, you mean you're not given? I said, no, I'm just given this and I told what to do and I don't know what to do. And that kind of got me thinking. I was like, what's happening? What's happening out there? So that's when I left, I could mention to you, I think it's that, I don't know, I think God really did kind of like, hey, Noretta, it's time for you to leave. And there were like things happened along the way that really kind of forced me to leave as well. I said, I think I need to go. And also because my first daughter was going to primary school and I needed to do work half day and such. So being a principal, you can't work half day. It doesn't work that way, right? I think it's to be fair to the center. So that's where I started my own, and the word Safar is journey. So that's the reason why I got an Arabic term for it, to also tell people that, hey, I'm here for the community as well, the Malay Muslim community. So Safar is journey because I want to be in the journey of the developmental journey of the parents, the teachers, and the children as well. So that's where I started, and I took about 6 months just to introduce myself to Muiz, to Mendaki, and tell them, hey, I'm here, out here, make full use of me, try and see I can help you do training. And I love doing trainings. And back then I was doing trainings for my teachers as well. And I said, I can do this. And that's when I started with Mendaki, and it does allow me to do it. So when I started, because we are all early child educators, right? We are not business people. Okay, we're not business people. Okay, so what happened is when I said I wanted to leave and start my own training company, of course I do have my good leaders, my I would say the OGs in early childhood educators. She's like, Noretta, it's not gonna be easy. Okay, we have NIEC to do the trainings, and they wouldn't want to just ask somebody out of nowhere to come in to do trainings for you, especially when you can't give that certification, that standard certification that, I've gone through this training. So those were the challenges. And some people said, Noretta, people are leaving the war zone. Why are you entering the war zone? You get what I mean? People are leaving, but you are coming and backpack, okay, I'm here. Then I was like, wow, that was really like, oh no, what have I done? You know, I left a nice aquarium to a sea of the ocean, so wide and vast, and I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe a big shark coming over, but small little, you know, chinchalo of me. So I think that is something that that was the fear I had initially. But I started small. I started with going and really knocking door to door, asking, you know, do you need trainings? Do you need mentoring? I can do that. So I think that started, and then Mendaki came on board because, like I said, my thick face went to all sorts of networking session and tell them what I can help, what I can do, and then I think it started off pretty small, and then now Alhamdulillah, I think with the help, to be honest, Kak Tin, she has been my sidekick. I would say side chick, but no lah, sidekick, side kakak. You know, throughout from day one till today. You know, to the day that we had. I don't know whether she told you about our coffee bean moment. We always talk about that. You know, like we only have $5. So what can I buy for $5 in coffee bean? Just to discuss about our future and about Safar's future and about Tincom's future. I think that really mattered a lot throughout the journey, and because of that, I think as of now, I think we are where we are because of the hustle that we have gone through, and of course, you know, Allah's grace lah.
Okay.
So I think that started the whole idea of the Malay Muslim community, and as mentioned just now, I'm not a business person, right? So I did need help. Business coach, right?
Business coach. Okay.
So I had the very first one.
Okay.
And, he was a trainer himself, so I decided to get a trainer as a business coach because I want to make sure that I get somebody who can understand where I'm coming from. I just don't want to get any business coach. So, but I think he was good with his business at that point of time. However, I'm still, you know, big on heart, big on never mind, you know, just close one eye. For him,
passion,
like passion, very unrealistic, very so.
Don't worry, it's not unrealistic
not
because
really,
most business owners, when they jump into the journey of being running their own business, it's usually that passion what keeps them going.
I think that's the one that started it, right? So I will never forget this when I told him how much I'm going to charge. He's like, that's it? I said, don't think I can charge anymore. You know, like I don't know what I'm worth. You know, kind of thing. So there is that mentality of I'm not good enough. The imposter syndrome is always there. Like, who am I to actually charge this amount or this and that? And other people are charging just like that, and people are calling them anytime. I was like, I don't think I can do it. He said, then he told me this, and I'll never forget this. He said, Noretta, so this is the amount of being a trainer. Then you just call yourself a trainer. Don't call yourself an entrepreneur. That really hit me hard. But in both, in bad way, in a good way. I was like, oh gosh, first is like I started to question myself. I said, I don't think I actually told myself, I said, I don't think I'm an edu-trainer. I mean, I don't think I'm an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur will actually earn a lot, right? That was my mentality back then when I started. But because I'm just a trainer then, because I'm just charging trainers fees, or for example, like the lowest trainers fees that I can ever be, right? But eventually along the way, when I learned more about entrepreneurship, it's about making a difference in people's lives. Period. Whether you get your money and
your pot of gold,
your pot of gold or your pot of silver, whichever it is, it's really Allah's blessings to you, right? But you need to have that soul and your heart to put into it and remember. And I kept on telling myself, if I forget about my intentions and objective about helping the community to get better in early childhood education and about parenting and about children as a whole, I think I would lose myself if I want to think that way. You get what I mean? But that has also encouraged me to remind me about my worth. Which that is something that I struggle a lot for many, many years, because I'm always told that I may not be good enough, or Noretta, you just stick to the Malay Muslim community, don't go beyond that, because it's not going to be easy. I was being told all these things, or it's not going to be easy, go and do something else, or I think you better find a proper job than do this as a sideline kind of thing, because I don't have any other main job, right? This is my main job. So I think that was the struggle, because the imposter syndrome was really a real thing until slowly the right people you get with the right people who actually tell you you are good enough. Just try, just do it. You know, you never know, because at the end of the day, you know what you're capable of doing. It's just that you don't. You're overthinking things, and that's the one that. You are the mountain. I was just reading about that. The mountain is you, not anything else. If you know that you can deliver 120% of your job, what are you afraid of?
True.
Right? So I think that's just it. It's us as the one that, you know, because we hear all these words from people, we start to question ourselves. So I hope that answered the question.
You did. And I think that is a very nice segue to go into part 2, because we're usually in part 2, that's where we talk about most of your struggles and challenges.
Sure. All right, cool.
But before we end, Ami, do you have any last questions for part 1?
We'll keep it to part 2.
You keep it to part 2? Okay, wow. Ami is trying to keep it interesting. But guys, there's so plenty of golden nuggets, especially I think just now what you said, there was something that you said actually struck me. Which was about being thick-faced when you network. Because a lot of people think that I am an extrovert, but I get so scared when it comes to networking. And this is the trick that I always do. I will call my wife. I will tell her, okay, stay on the line until I find somebody that I can talk to. The moment I go to, let's say I meet you, right, at the event, right? The moment I go to you, like, hi, just give me a second. Then I'll be that. Is how I get my confidence up. But that being thick-skinned to network with people, it's so difficult.
Because you are really selling yourself in a way.
Right. Okay, so you guys go and extract your own golden nuggets. So stay tuned for part 2, guys. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.
SellingDistrict 65 is here to guide. Find your dream home with them by your side. For the best deals, you'll be in heaven. Call 876-16867.
This podcast is brought to you by SellingDistrict 65. Ami, carry on.
What an introduction.
Dah.
Okay, so I think today we want to talk a bit about rentals in Singapore. First of all, nowadays I heard that HDB rentals is really increasing in price, but private property rental is really decreasing. Is this really true? And like, how different is the rental prices right now?
Okay, you want to say that HDB is really rising. The price is not really rising, depends on location.
Okay.
Because we do have like 4-room at below 3.4K.
Okay.
Can be 3.2, can be 3K even.
Okay.
So depending on how your accessibility from the place to your work location.
4-room at 3.5K. This is HDB,
Yeah, like the current listing that we have is at Sengkang, 3.2K, but it's 4-room. So it's kind of a good deal if you consider there's a purple line, all that. It's quite good.
Okay. What about condos?
And it's EA, you know, the flat.
Huh? Serious?
Sorry, it's not 4-room, it's EA.
Okay.
EA 3.2.
It is huge.
3.2. It is huge.
Yeah, that's a good
it's
catch.
it's quite okay. It depends on your searching. Don't like you say if you want nearby Orchard, all that is quite expensive, and to get HDB is pretty high. It's
But what about the condos in Sengkang itself? Like, what's the market rate right now?
condo
for
in
rental?
Sengkang?
Let's say two
The
bedder.
price for condo, the rental prices I feel for condominiums and HDB is actually almost about the same already.
Okay.
There's really because it's dipping, right, for condos.
Yeah.
So and then HDB, I think overall there's a dip in rental, right? Overall, because previously the one in Bukit Batok, we rented it out for about 2.9, and then after negotiation for renewal, my landlord actually it's about 2.6 lah now. It went down, but my landlord okay with 2.4. So from 2.9, it went down to 2.4.
Oh.
Yeah. So actually, memang I feel that for rentals there are dips lah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it also really depends on location, distance to your amenities, to public transportation. This one all plays a vital role in determining the price.
Price
of rental.
Price of
Okay.
rental.
Okay. But I mean that means if I were to buy a condo, it doesn't make sense lah, because HDB got more. I mean,
When you buy a condo, it depends on which development, where, how many units are there. Because eventually, when you want to rent out, other people also want to rent out. So your competition is there.
okay.
So if let's say one development, there are 2,000 units, and let's say half of them want to rent out, so you got your competition is there. So price will definitely go.
Who you targeting to get your client also, it plays a part.
Okay. So like if I was to target students, let's say Tampines near Temasek Poly, right? Temasek Poly you also got international student, right? So this kind of case, is it better to get the condo beside TP or the HDB opposite them?
Or in a case you are speaking, if you want to get a unit near Tampines, am I right to say?
Tampines.
Or you just want an investment unit closer to schools?
Investment unit closer to school because I want to target the students.
NUS and all that.
Oh really? It's better.
Yes. I
Can
listed
charge more.
I listed a rental within that area. Okay, Clementi area and all that. It skyrocketed. Alexandra area.
How much?
Okay, I list one day. The next day taken already.
Oh.
The asking was 5,005. I got it at 5,004.
5-4
Yes, because
For how many room?
it is a condo, but
How
it
many
is macam walk up. Yeah, walk up. It's very small actually. The amenities pun actually nothing much, but
It's a location lah.
You walk up.
yeah, and all of the enquiry is all from students. So that area is good. Then we noticed Gimo as well.
Okay.
That areas, Buona Vista and all that. The amount of students that will PM you, and the bonus part is they are willing to pay.
Okay.
Rich family lah.
Yalah.
Yeah, and I mean if they are in NUS, NTU and all that, I assume that they
A bit more
they
well
have
to do
yeah.
lah.
Yeah.
Mummy daddy sponsorship.
Yeah. Or if not also government sponsor. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, government sponsor.
Scholarship
They are government sponsor.
Oh, their government.
Yeah.
And there have landlord don't accept students for their some units.
Oh, okay.
So whether want to accept or don't want to accept, it depends. Because if you accept, the parents pay. If you don't accept, maybe because of the cleanliness, all that. So there are two types of landlord personalities also,
Okay.
which you have to toggle with.
Okay. Recently I saw that there's this couple who got scammed. I think they got scammed by $7,000. It's a rental issue. Do you guys know about this and what happened exactly there?
We are aware about this because we are serving several tenants and landlords as well that got scammed.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yes.
So there's a lot of scam that happens.
A lot.
But how does it happen? Because from my understanding, transaction money usually is between the tenant and the landlord, right?
Okay, so I cannot say it on the podcast. Then people will learn, right? People will learn, and then because of me, I become the mentor for scam. So I in fact as an agent myself, I almost got scammed as well from another agent.
Okay.
And another agent, a
Okay.
fake agent.
Okay.
Okay, I said I'm
agent,
serving a tenant.
Fake agent benda lain.
Jangan cakap.
Hanafi yang ketawa.
So
continue, please.
on Carousel, they posted a listing like $2,000 in Punggol, whole unit 4-room flat. Wow, that is good. In this market is good. I mean, don't talk about 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, that's quite average. Talking about now, 2K is a good deal. So my tenant said, okay, I want that unit. So I said, okay, let's arrange for viewing. So I PM the agent. The agent said, sorry, landlord, because price is cheap, cannot do viewing. Such things do happen, okay? That's why I say different landlord, different personality.
Okay.
So we also never get mad lah. We
So
didn't really
pattern
macam, So we like, oh, okay, so got video. They say, yeah, got video, can send you video. This fella send the video.
Okay.
So I talk also like agent. So I say, wow, this is really good. But the deal is this, so if interested, can just put up the offer and then transfer deposit to my landlord.
Okay.
Directly.
Yeah, landlord tu dia lah.
Oh.
So he's not represented lah. Also.
Yeah, and the agent is fake one.
Okay.
So probably transfer to that particular person lah.
Okay.
And then after that, this person, when I found it a bit sus because I said, cannot be what 2K in this market is very cheap. Cannot be the moment my client put in an offer of 2K straight away you accept.
Yeah, that's true.
Surely got other people
Yeah,
who
correct.
bid.
That's right.
Yeah, and people bid for units. You see, a lot of tenants feel like agents mark up the price on our own. No. But internally, people are bidding.
They are bidding amongst themselves.
Yeah. So it's not us.
Dia nak 2.2, then 2.3, then it becomes a bidding war.
It goes to a point some tenants can be like macam, can say to you like, how much is that unit? 2K, 3K.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yes. And then when you tell them, sorry, your offer of 2.2 got rejected, they'll be pissed with you as an agent.
Oh.
But it's not on us, you see, because
Yeah.
I mean my tenants so clever. They know that this unit is cheap. So even if they put 3K, it's still a steal. So they just will grab it. But going back to the scam, so when this fake agent say something like that to me, I was a bit suspicious. So I told my tenant, I said, hey, you hold, don't transfer.
Okay.
So there comes when you need to verify an agent, there is a CEA website, cea.gov.sg/public register. You can Google how to verify an agent also. The website will come out. Put the name, the phone number, and the agent to everything should tally.
Okay.
The phone number and all that. We cannot use another phone number to contact you because it's registered.
Oh.
You can search by name. You can also search just by number.
Okay.
It doesn't have.
Yeah,
put
but all
number,
three
then
should link.
Okay.
Yes. The moment the phone number different, then they say, oh, because my other phone spoiled or my number I'm not using cannot be.
Okay.
Because to transfer the number, to update the number takes a few seconds only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So people fall for that, you see.
Okay.
So always stay vigilant.
So that was what you faced, right?
Yeah.
When you almost got scammed.
Yeah. And they want to scam agents also. So
But agents must do due diligence lah to check.
of course.
Okay.
So with that I went to check and then I asked. I said, hey, how come you use different number?
Ah, okay.
So the CA number and the name is correct. I said, hey, how
Okay.
come you use a different number? No lah, sis, I haven't update. I use different phone. And I using 2 phones. You know lah, we agents very busy. Clever.
Oh.
As a regular person, you might fall for it.
Yeah, correct.
You might fall for it. And then they will call you and all no. Talk like normal. Singaporean, by the way. You can tell from the accent or the person knows how to fake an accent. I don't know. But after I checked, I said, well, cannot be, said this guy.
Yeah.
Well, the tenancy agreement that was sent, everything was real, okay?
Oh.
Legit. Like, macam, where did this person get this from? It goes in depth, but I cannot share it here because, like I said, if I share it here, that's me giving tips on how to do the scam smarter. Because there are a few things that they send to me.
So I mean, this person could probably be
ex-agent. Perhaps.
Yeah.
Probably used to be an agent.
Or probably rented before.
Okay. Oh
So
yeah.
had all the
that's true,
documents reuse whatever information that they already have. And then from there they do the other necessary steps I shall not mention. Yeah.
How much can you earn from scamming this?
I mean, just now the article that we saw is 7K. Right?
Only 7K?
Yeah, but in 2024, if you were
Only
to read the
7K.
statistics of rental scams, it got to a couple of millions.
Oh.
See?
You can Google it. Rental
Just
scam.
imagine you book for 2 years, you get 2 months security deposit, you got advance another month, so 3 months already. And any other fee, it can be 10K easily.
Oh.
Per unit.
Yes.
Person.
Yes.
Per person.
So if I get to I get to scam 4 of you, if my deposit is 10,000, that's 40K.
40K.
So that means if I were to be a fake agent,
Don't
And
go
then-
there, Ami. Don't
and
go
then
there.
and then I were to rent out GCB at like 25,000, I can ask for a security deposit. What other deposit? 1 month deposit.
Ami, find the GCB first.
Okay.
Kita nak
So-
cari tu GCB dulu tu. Mananya
So
gambar dia.
100K not an issue lah.
Mana ada issue.
That this thing happen lah. Is it still exist right now?
I'm sure there
Still
are.
happening.
You know, if you want to cheat people, 1,001 ways to do it lah.
Right.
Right?
It's about being honest lah and honouring your job also.
Yeah.
And of course, I also.
But
feel really
whoever
sad.
that agent name that this scammer use, poor thing lah. Sure kena investigate kan.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
We ever call the real agent?
we did.
Really?
So that's the kind of extent we go for our tenants, you know. So this is a different case. We call because
So the number is actually in use.
yeah, it's not the first time that we almost got scammed. No, it's more than 10 times. So all the regular
more
people
than
out
10
there, you don't want
times,
agents. Please think twice because even us as agents, we almost got scammed and we have our steps to follow. You know, it's not easy being an agent. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, it's not easy being an agent. The second one, we called the real agent because we searched, we found the number online.
Yeah.
We called,
CA lah.
brother, is this you not renting out this house in Pasir Ris? Huh? No, I wait got house in Pasir Ris.
Habis.
Then I'm like, I saw you online, you posted this. I sent the link, we talked, and then he said, can you help me report because I scared my company will involve me, get affected. And I say, sure, I will help you out.
So poor thing, he don't know. He or she don't know that this thing happened.
So anyone can just take your identity.
Wow.
Oh, so that means now, now that HDB is allowing people to list their own unit, more scams can happen.
Correct.
Okay.
That's why we are the shield.
That's the reason why you have to contact Selling District 65, guys.
Yes.
Remember
What's
the
the number
number?
again?
8671.
Salah.
8761 6867.
Alright, I think we go to part 2 to know more about what's happening in this current market and why there's a lot of scam.
Yeah, we should. See you on the next one. Bye.